The Subtle Art of Not Giving an F by Mark Manson. This book is one of the few self-help books that I've actually read twice and that I actively recommend to other people. This video is perfect for someone who wants to get the life lessons out of this book but is averse to reading all those swear words. While the title might suggest that we shouldn't care about anything, Mark Manson actually says, we all care about something, but caring about everything makes us miserable. So we have to choose wisely what we want to give an F about. Manson talks about the feedback loop from hell, in which we worry about things that really don't matter, and then we start to worry because we're worrying so much. It's important to care about something in life, but we should only care about the most important and just let everything else go. If we are able to not give an F about the pain involved in achieving our goals, then we become unstoppable. People aren't made to be constantly happy. We shouldn't feel indifferent about pain. We should just accept that it's a part of life and enjoy the moments of happiness and joy even more. When we don't have problems, the mind automatically invents ways to have more problems. We are born to work through struggles and trials in this life. So we should choose wisely what we want to give an F about. Manson's last chapter is on death. When we accept that death is a natural part of life, something that everything goes through, then life becomes more precious. Accepting death gives life an urgency to do something worthwhile here on earth. It lets us know that all the crappy, dumb, and trivial stuff that happen every day really doesn't matter. Manson ends the book talking about his experience on the Cape of Good Hope in South Africa. He stands on a cliff above a sheer drop-off. While up there, Manson decides to accept his mortality and truly learns this lesson on death. Despite being terrified of heights, I finished this book sitting on a cliff in Moab, Utah. With nothing but sharp rocks hundreds of feet below me, I better understood Manson's final chapter and decided to live a better life. Manson has so many great stories in this book, but my favorite one is about two rock stars. Dave Mustaine is the first rock star. He gets kicked out of his band right before they go big, and he vows that he is going to beat them, that he's going to be the biggest rock star ever. He goes on to create the legendary metal rock band Megadeth that sells 25 million copies worldwide. He tours the world doing what he loves, and yet he's never happy. Because the band that he gets kicked out of is Metallica, one of the greatest rock bands of all time that goes on to sell 180 million albums worldwide. Dave is never happy because his standards are out of line. He always feels that he's a failure compared to Metallica. Pete Best, on the other hand, was kicked out of the Beatles right before they went big. For years he suffered from depression and even attempted suicide. Years later though, he says, I'm happier now than I would have been with the Beatles. How did he accomplish his peace of mind? He changed his values, he changed his standards. He found a loving wife and had a beautiful family. He toured Europe in a small band and did what he loved for the rest of his life. Valuing the important things can make us happy. Choose the right standards and we will live a better life. Mark Manson's self-help book, The Subtle Art of Not Giving an F, is an incredible book. Go read a real book.